Milwaukee, but nationwide. And I'm just going to leave it up to King Rick and his associates, okay?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's get black. My name is, they like that. My name is King Rick. I am the founder and leader of the original Black Panthers, with chapters not only in Milwaukee, but across the country. I am humbled to be invited here today, all these bright and shiny faces, smiles on your faces. Today, this afternoon, we're going to enlighten you, we're going to inspire you, we're going to make you think, because that's important. They always say the young inherit the revolution. Remember that. One thing about the original Black Panther Party, we are not a hate group, we're not a racist group. We're against racism, we're against oppression, we are against injustice, and definitely we are against police brutality. And you all are our future. And I'm glad that they're so attentive, so into this. Now, let me ask a question if I may. Who in this room doesn't know how to think? Raise your hand if you don't know how to think. Put your hand down. You know how to think. And I'm going to prove you wrong. I like to begin my engagements. These are my members. I don't like to be introduced by names, but some will be walking around talking to you, getting acquainted with you, and don't be scared. If you got any questions at the end of the session, we'll have a Q&A type of thing. Now, for example, you said you don't know how to think, right?
At least when I'm not on my meds.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna prove you wrong. So, I like to start with brain teasers, brain riddles, and that kind of thing. So check this out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, right? Can anybody add 5 lines to that and change that to a 10?
Yeah. 5? Yeah.
You had one more.
Oh, add 1 line to make it 10.
No.
5 lines.
5 lines and turn those 4 lines into a 10.
4 tallies and then do.
Can anybody do that? You had your hand up. Nope. You got to come up here.
Come on, you got this. Don't be scared.
You can only add one line.
Wait, you got to pay attention. One thing about me, I'm a retired teacher, and my classroom is always quiet. And my classroom is not a democracy. It's a dictatorship. And I don't mean that in a bad way. So let's try this again. Un, deux, trois, quatre. So you add 5 lines to that and turn it into a 10.
I think.
Oh, they got it. Is that 10?
Good job.
So, what that does, that makes you think outside the box, right?
Yeah.
You have to listen to what a person is saying. That's why it's so prevalent that you all fight against racism, oppression, injustice, and equality, and police brutality, right? I got one more. And I'll bet you $1 to a donut. You got donuts. You'll get this one. Check it out. What Roman numeral is that? Can anybody change that 9 into a 6? Remember this. Can anybody change that 9 into a 6?
Do it. She knows it.
Go for it. Go for it.
Inspire us. I like that.
Teach us.
Oh,
There we
yeah,
go.
buddy.
There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
So what did that do? Did that teach you to think outside the box?
Yeah.
Did it? Let's be honest, let's be real. It taught you to think outside the box. A lot of times it's an illusion. Gentlemen, what you doing? Yeah. It's an illusion. It's a brain teaser. And I have a special one for you. I'm not going to use a mic for this. A lot of people don't know that I used to be a street magician.
Street musician.
Magician. I used to go around and do magic. Okay? Now I need you to pay attention because you're going to miss it. You know. In my hand I have the king, queen, and ace of diamonds, right? I'm going to close it up. I'm going to go to this table. I'm not that you're not What's your name? Get up here, Dante.
Come on, Dante. Yeah.
I just showed you the ace, king, queen, diamond, right? Find it. Let him do it. Once you find them all, put them on that side of the table. Ace of diamonds, the king of diamonds, queen of diamonds. I showed it to you. Come on, man, don't mess up my cards, man. Yes, they are. What card is that? Find the queen of diamonds. What card is that? Find the ace of diamonds. Hey, who said that? See, he's messing up my trick. He's a smart guy. Where my ace of diamonds at, man?
I don't know.
Okay. Don't go nowhere. Stand next to me, brother. Now, I just showed you all the ace, king, and queen of diamonds, right? Yeah. But what's your name again?
Dante.
He stole my ace of diamonds. That's why I can't find it, right? But let me tell you something. The Black Panther Party was started in 1966 in Oakland, California, right? Fighting against racism, oppression, injustice, and equality. So, 1966, 66. Now, I want you to do me a favor. In the corner of the room, there's a brown book. Can you go get that book for me?
Sure.
Bro.
Don't open the book.
Because they walked us.
Make sure you don't open the book, General.
Oh, you know what? I see what it is.
See, all this is, it makes you think. Because racism is sometimes an illusion. I told you, Black Panther Party started in 1966, right? What's the name of that book?
The Color of the Third Degree,
Keep going.
Racism, Police Torture, and Civil Rights in the American South, 1930 1955.
Turn to page 66. I'm going to get out your way.
There it is.
Listen, we do this because we want to entertain you, but we also want to educate you. We want to make sure that you understand what's going on. I love you, I honor you, and I respect you. So let's get black and let's get started. Let me grab my mic. Maybe I should sing. No. Okay. My name. I'll give you a raise. My name is King Rick. I am the leader and founder of the original Black Panthers. I've been a Black Panther, starting with the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense since 1972. Started out as a Panther Cub. And this year I'll be 60. Started out 50 years ago. So I've been involved with the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense for so long. I was raised, educated, and bred at the table of the Panther. Subsequently, I joined the Black Panther Militia in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, under the leadership of former Alderman and Commander Mark Mickey Sr. And 8 years ago, I was designated to be the leader of the original Black Panthers with chapters all over the country. What we do is we fight against racism, oppression, injustice, and equality. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was started in 1966 by Dr. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seals in Oakland, California. Check this out. It was designed to fight against what? Racism, oppression, injustice, inequality, and police brutality. 1966. 2022, is that still going on here? The dynamics have not changed. It's just became different. That's why it's important for you all, every young person in this room, every person in this room, it's up to you to change the dynamics of what's going on. You can't fight hate with hate. You can't fight racism with racism. You can't do that. Anybody here know about the practice programs in every school across the country? Free practice programs? Do you know who started that? Black Panther Party Self-Defense. Your WIC programs. Do you know who started that? Black Panther Party Self-Defense. Free healthcare specifically designed for sickle cell. Black Panther Party Self-Defense. Ambulance services. Because the ambulances back in the day didn't want to go into predominantly Black communities. So the Black Panther Party started that. It's a historical, desperately needed organization. And people have this misconception that we're a racist group. Far from the truth. People have this misconception that we're a hate group. Far from the truth. Tell me one time where Black Panthers have blown up a church with 4 little innocent children. I'll wait, anybody? Tell me one time when the Black Panthers have hung an individual for wanting to vote. I'll wait. Tell me one time where the Black Panthers have taken a child, killed a child, drowned a child, for supposedly whistling at a white woman. Tell me one time. That's Emmett Till, by the way, if you don't know. Look up Emmett Till. And just recently, the arrest warrant for the young lady was discovered in the basement of a courthouse in LaFleur, Mississippi. The arrest warrant. And she's still alive. Should she be arrested? Should she? I'm glad you said that because I agree with you. She should. It cost the young man his life. All over a lie. It was a lie. People want to say Black Panthers are like the KKK. Far from the truth. Ku Klux Klan is the most racist and hateful group ever created in the annals of America. And I say America with 3 Ks. So you might not like it. It is what it is. And we're here to enlighten, inspire, and educate you. I want you all to learn and think for yourselves. I want you all to get out here and change the dynamics in your community. Racism is so prevalent, so active, all over America. But nobody wants to do anything about it. Why is that? Can anybody tell me why? Ooh, it's like quiet as a church mouse pissing on time. I'll tell you why. What was America built on? Racism, slavery, oppression, injustice, inequality, and police brutality. Let me give you a history lesson. Do you know who the first police officers were? Anybody know? Who said it? Stand up. Say it again. My man. How many else knew that? Oh, look at those hands. I love it. It's educational, it's informative, and it's important. That's part of American history. A lot of people want to be reactive instead of proactive. We want to sit around and not do anything until something happens. That's being reactive. How about we be proactive and do things in advance, especially when it comes to racism, oppression, injustice, and inequality? Who in here is familiar with George Floyd? Raise your hand. I was in Minneapolis 2 days after he was killed, spoke to about 10,000 people. 10,000. And I'm going to show you a little something if I may. May I show you something? My man, let's get black. Look it up. Let me get out your way. Minneapolis, Minnesota is ground zero. Minneapolis, Minnesota is ground zero. We're out here today to help you get justice for our brother who was murdered at the hands of those who are paid to protect the servant. Are you kidding me? What's his name? What's his name? The laws and attitude of America were never designed to protect the people of oppressors. Never. No justice! No justice! No justice! My name is King Rick. I am the leader of the original Black Panthers of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The mayor says Milwaukee is a city of inclusion. Milwaukee is not a city of inclusion. Milwaukee is a city of illusion. I grew up here. I love Milwaukee, but it's always been like this. The most hyper-segregated city in the United States. You are sitting here talking when I do nothing. Not doing nothing. I'm going to talk to you. When I get done talking, you can talk. If you don't change the dynamics of what's going on here, we're going to make you change. Milwaukee's got to pay the price for what they're doing to us.
I was talking to some people, and they trying to tell me, no, it's ice cream and cake over here in Milwaukee. That's slavery to me. When you accept bull stuff, that's still a form of slavery. Our slave mentality in your mind.
I'm 52. You name it, seen it, everything. Gun violence, road cops, horrible politicians, lies after lies. The DA didn't want to do anything. The government doesn't want to do anything. We're going to do something. Power concedes nothing without a struggle or demand from long-term memory. Welcome, Black, once again, to the Black Panther Report, featuring the Black General, King Rick, and Crojo, the soldier. What's going on, my brother?
I served 5 years, and during that course I served at Desert Shield and Desert Storm. You know, I was constantly vigilant under a lot of stress.
Right.
It's comparable to being on the streets of Milwaukee, at the neighborhoods, the driving, the conditions that we live in. It's comparable.
Milwaukee kind of opened my eyes to, how life can be taken at a moment's notice. What do? You sit, you duck and dodge bullets, do you actually do something about it? Taking a young man and showing him a trade, make a difference.
I support the Panthers because they are in the heart of our community. They will walk the streets with no fear. You can say it doesn't matter, they're not making a difference, but why don't we try this? Get rid of it, see what happens. We truly be living in a war zone.
No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace! Let's go.
I was a follower of Nation Islam for a while, followed Elijah Muhammad's teachings. Militant black men, as far as I can say, like Malcolm X or Huey Newton. King Rick is the only one I see out there like that, honestly. Those other men is no longer around. They've been killed, murdered, assassinated. They're gone.
Yeah, it's kind of scary with him being out here and just doing what he does, because I know that there's a lot of backlash a lot of people are not exactly, they don't have his best interests, you know, whether they could be the person that may be closest to him or just, you know, just random people out on the streets.
This door's closed, so further notice. The community is spoken. Come on, let's go. I want you to lock that door so I can fuck your lights off. We're done. I want to say that the community of Milwaukee will get better. What you want to know, black man? Teach you about yourself? How strong, intelligent, and black you are?
Yeah, I want to know that.
Man, we got you, man. You're part of our community, brother. I love, honor, cherish, and respect our community. And I would die for our community. But before I die for our community, I want to live for our community. There's a docuseries being filmed on us. Would you all watch it? Yeah. We've been filming this for 2 years now. A lot of footage. We're compiling it all together. It's going to be on the cable television network once they're done. I don't know which one, but it's going to be on one. This is not Love and If Not, and what's the other one? Basketball girls and that kind of stuff. What is it called? Okay, them. It's not that kind of reality show. This is real, this is truthful, and this is to the point. It's not scripted. You all don't need to see that. You need to see true reality stuff. Stuff that's going to make you think. It's going to make you want to change the dynamics of your lives, your family's lives, and young people when you have a family, your children's life too. The young always inherit the revolution. You do. I'm a dinosaur. Yeah, I'll be 60. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm tired. But I'm still out here. It's up to you all to change the dynamics of what's going on. And today, we want to educate you, enlighten, and inspire you. Has anybody ever heard of Malcolm X? Raise your hand. Dr. Martin Luther King, raise your hand. Huey P. Newton, raise your hand. Bobby Seale, raise your hand. Marcus Garvey, raise your hand. Donald Trump, keep your hand down. Listen, I'm not a Democrat, nor am I a Republican. I am a black man living in a black world, doing black things for black people and others. There's no racism in my heart. I don't hate anybody. Might not like you, but I don't hate you. Hate's too strong of a word. And you shouldn't have it in your hearts either. You shouldn't. You should be out here, especially our children of non-color. You should be in your community talking to your people, saying this ain't right. We need to change the dynamics of what's going on. And until we do, it's only going to get worse. As you know, the police have been shooting and killing people a lot. A lot of instances. Just recently in Akron, Ohio. Did you hear about that? Jalen Walker shot at 90 times, 49 shots in his body. Yes. Patrick Lyoya, Grand Rapids, shot in the back of his head and killed by Christopher Sherritt. Madison, Wisconsin, Quadrin Wilson, boxed in by police with his hands up. Vehicle riddled with over 20 shots. Shot in his back 5 times. With his hands up and unarmed. We can even go further back to Oscar Grant. We can go further back. George Floyd. It's just so many. But we also have to understand, especially in the urban communities, we gotta stop killing each other too. It starts with us. We can sit here and blame racism and oppression. Yeah, there's a cause and effect to it. But we have to stop hurting each other. And until we do that, How can we help anybody else? Is anybody familiar with the Kia Boys? Right here. Listen, why do you think these children are doing what they do? Because they don't have nothing else to do. Especially in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's the most racist and hyper-segregated city in the country. In the country, in America with 3 Ks. The mayor of Milwaukee, black. County executive, black. Police chief, black. Sheriff, black. City attorney, black. Common council president, brown. Chairwoman of the county supervisors, black. And the school superintendent, black. That's in Milwaukee. But yet Milwaukee leads the nation in racism and oppression. Somebody figure that out. I haven't figured it out yet. Doesn't make sense. The people need to stand up, put your boots to the ground, and do something. And until you do, it's going to get worse. I had the opportunity of speaking with some of the Kia Boys in a private meeting. They have a mini documentary on them. Let me tell you what they told me. They said, you all keep throwing us under the bus, not asking us what's wrong, not trying to find a solution to the problem. We don't have nothing to do. So what we're going to do is what we want to do. We're going to steal your cars and cause some havoc. That's depressing. That's why we have to change the dynamics. And these are children your age. For the young people, not the old people. But yeah, they told me we don't have anything to do. Milwaukee Public Schools is one of the worst school systems in the country, am I right? The dropout rate is high. We have to change that. We have to work with our children. Children are the smartest people I've ever met in my life. You all know what's going on in your community. That's why we gotta listen to you and stop thinking just because you're children, we're gonna tell you what to do. That's partly true. But that doesn't mean we can't listen to you and take what you're saying into consideration. Because we love you, we honor you, and we respect you. And I don't know what else I would do without you. We have annual events every year. Our Mother's Day event, we take mothers who have lost a child to violence. We take them to dinner, give them a makeover. Then we have our neighborhood cleanup, where we take about 50 kids, give them $20 each, and a nice shiny new Panther t-shirt, and we clean up the neighborhood, we give them barbecue and bam. Then we have our athletic shoe, brand new athletic shoe, book bag and school supply giveaway, where we give away 50 pair of brand new shoes in a book bag with school supplies on the purpose children. We've been doing this for years. See, y'all don't hear about that because the media don't want you to know. They want to make like, well, the Black Panthers are bad, especially that King Rick. That guy, I'll tell you, we don't like him. We don't like you either. Then we have an event where we give away probably 150 brand new winter coats in a package with gloves and scarves for the privileged children, and about 200 turkeys to the community. Then at the end of the year, we have our Carl Love Williams Shopping with Panther. And what we do is we take 5 children who lost a parent to violence. We give them $200 each, and they go shop with Panther. Oh, they like that. They do. We do that because we want to show you a difference. We want to show you we love you. We want to show you we honor you. And we want to show you that we respect you. The complete village is our family. The complete village. Doesn't matter what race, creed, color, or belief you have, you're still family. If you're in need, we're going to help you. Just don't be scared. You know, the misconception that they have of the Black Panthers is, well, they walk around carrying guns and they're a hate group. You know. I mean, there are some groups out there like that. I don't speak ill of anybody. If that's their belief, that's their belief. That's not ours. We come from the beginning. And if anybody knows anything about the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense, When they carried weapons, that was a small part of what they did. Study the history. It was about social and economic changes. Just like today. Just like today. And I want you to understand that. It's up to you. I travel all over the country doing this. I go into the DA's office, shut them down. I go into convenience stores, shut them down. Gas stations, shut them down. There was an instance of a doctor, Children's Hospital in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She told a black employee that you needed to be lynched. Yes. So, anybody know what we did? Can you guess? Got her fired. Yeah. She's a doctor. Just think, if she feels that way at Children's Hospital, how are you going to treat black children? I mean, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Another instance, there was a convenience store in Milwaukee. Mentally challenged black man walked in, just started knocking stuff off the shelf. Store employee and the owners came from behind the counter, brutally assaulted him, hit him with a garbage can, knocked him on the ground, kicked him in the head, dragged him out of the store. We closed him down forever. That store will never open up again. No. Then there was an instance where this young black male killed a mother of 5 in Milwaukee. Wanted to turn himself in, didn't know how to do it. He reached out to us. Turn himself in. We have the trust of most of the community. They might not like us, but they can't argue with our methods. We're not here to hurt anybody. We're not. We're here to make you think and enlighten you. That's why we're here. It's really difficult sometimes when the powers that we don't want us to be united. You gotta fight that. And I'm sure everybody in this room has heard some racial slurs, whether you're black, white, brown, orange, green, purple, or fuchsia. You heard it. And it's up to you to change it. I don't do those kind of jokes. Nah. But I spread love, honor, and respect. And it's up to you to do that. One of my favorite sayings is, we're too black, too strong, too big, denied. I'll say it again. We are too black, too strong, too big, denied. And I'm not saying that to be racist, I'm saying it to be real. Just because I'm pro-black, only I'm anti-white. Come on now. If that was the case, I wouldn't be here. I'm here to educate you. I'm here to help you. And if you have issues that you want to talk about, you want our phone number, I'll give it to you. And I will. So another part of our session today, we're going to have a breakout session where 2 of my strong leaders are going to be talking to 2 separate groups. I don't know how we want to split it up. General, how we want to do it? Walter, how you want to do it?
Don't matter, you know.
Well, that's not fair.
Hey.
How about this? You see where my hand is? Can y'all? Wait. Yep. Half the room this way, half the room that way. And we'll reconvene in 15 minutes. Hello?
Okay, this way, come this way. I need all of this way to come this way.
So other half this way. Walter, you take this group. General, you take that group.
Come on, y'all are this way. You can go walk this way.
Do what you do. General Yuri will be discussing how hip-hop and music has inspired, has been inspired by the movement. And Walter will be discussing, Walter is the leader of the Brown Berets and the Black, the Brown Panthers. We'll be discussing the relationship that we have